Today on Selling Houses.
They couldn't see the wood for the trees. For example, that shelf that you've got over there.
I've already removed a few bits and
Good
pieces.
Lord, woman.
Three rival sellers snoop around each other's homes.
I wouldn't want to sleep in this room.
This was a boudoir, done it.
I'm surprised there aren't mirrors on the ceiling.
One house is definitely not dressed to impress.
You showed this room like this.
Yeah.
Yes. All bad people, aren't we?
And there's a pongy problem.
You can really smell the dogs. So get rid of your dogs. I'm joking.
They get a week and £1,000 to make changes.
If that falls off and breaks, I will cry.
My roller's not rolling. I'm confused.
All competing to win an offer from my buyers.
And it's perfect, I'm settling in.
So you've already started
Yeah,
to
I've
put
already
all your
started,
furniture.
yeah.
Today, I'm in the heart of the southwest, Somerset, producer of over 400 varieties of cider. And it's experiencing an equally head-spinning 6% rise in property prices over the last 12 months. Fantastic news for my three sellers, looking to cash in and bag an offer from council worker Julian and wife Shelly, who are upping sticks from North London and relocating with son Barney.
What's your house like in London?
It's a lovely three-bed Victorian semi-detached house. Would love to pick it up
And move it.
Move it with us.
If
but
only we
can't.
could. The thing is with you guys, isn't it? You've sort of spread the net quite wide because your mum is near Bath, isn't she?
Yes, she's on her own now. My dad died in March last year.
Right.
Just having her sort of...
Close.
Not too close. Close enough. Yeah.
Is character important?
It's more about the space and entertaining. We're leaving a lot of very good friends behind.
Right.
So they've already started booking themselves in.
So a spare room for friends,
Yeah.
big bedrooms for you guys, but an entertaining space is quite important.
Yeah.
Let's talk to you, Barney. You want something quite specific as well, don't you?
Yes, I've always wanted to be away from mum and dad because I can have my own time.
Yeah, that's all right. I understand
So yeah,
that.
I'm looking...
Which is good with us too.
Yeah.
we don't mind.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for kind of like a big den area.
Shut the door on the mum
Shut
and
the
dad.
door, just, yeah,
oh,
fine. Lovely, yeah.
Barney, they're growing up.
Yeah.
So in a nutshell, we're looking for something, a den for you that you can shut the door on
Yep.
from your mum and dad. Nice big living space, minimum of 3 bedrooms, and you're pretty open to style and decor.
I'm trying to be.
You're trying to be.
trying,
Okay,
yeah.
excellent.
For that spacious 3-bedroom property with a den for Barney, Julian and Shelly have a budget of £335,000. My three sellers have properties across the county of Somerset, and all three could accommodate Julian and Shelly's wish list. They just need a little work before I bring them around. First up is Dutch yoga instructor Yvonne and husband Jerry, who are selling their 4-bed dormer bungalow. Downstairs, Yvonne's gone for a vintage look, which to her means a knick-knack or 10, something husband Jerry has learned to live with.
When it comes to the house, I tend to put my input on it. And it's not that I say to Jerry, yeah, you can't have any input. But to him, it's not that important. If I buy a little knick-knack, he'd probably not even notice it.
Well, they're pretty hard to miss. In the kitchen, the vintage look has veered into plain old-fashioned, which could explain why this house has been on the market for 7 months without a single offer.
It definitely is a bit tired, you know. It needs a lick of paint.
Kitchen cupboards need to come off. Never mind a lick of paint.
Downstairs has 2 bedrooms and upstairs has 2, including the master bedroom, which surprisingly has Yvonne stumped when it comes to style.
I think our bedroom could do with a wow factor, but I have to admit I'm a little bit lost for inspiration.
Wow, that's what I'm here for. This tired bungalow has a kitchen and master bedroom in need of a rethink, but it does have the entertaining space my buyers were after. It's the cheapest of my 3 properties, on at £285,000. Up next are ex-firefighter Julie and son, gym manager Alex, who are selling this 4-bed townhouse arranged over 3 levels. Julie already owns the property she's moving into, and it's that house that's had the best of her DIY efforts.
It took me a month to renovate the other property, going through it from top to bottom, and by the time I came back here, I was like, oh, I don't know, I couldn't face starting again.
Well, I'm afraid you're going to have to, because after 2 months on the market, there's been just 1 viewing. On the ground floor, there's a garden reception, which has been all too easy to ignore.
I tend to come in through the front door and straight up the stairs.
It's just a walk through really for you, isn't it?
I don't know what to do with the room.
While downstairs is underused, the upstairs is quite the opposite. It's barking mad.
Of course, I've got my lovely collection of boxer dogs. I've got to have them, haven't I? I think people probably come in and just see a boring room.
Yep, you said it.
The spare room, again, it's a bit like downstairs. It's been neglected. If you want something out of the way, you open the door and chuck it in there.
This neglected townhouse is not making the most of its space, with a box bedroom used as a dumping ground and a ground floor reception just not used at all, though it would make a great den space for Barney to get away from his parents. It's on the market for $329,950. Last up is removal man Andrew and his wife, spa assistant Jeanna. With their son about to turn 18 and fly the nest, they're looking to downsize from this large 4-bed bungalow. And these two are completely in sync when it comes to style.
We do have the same taste, don't we?
Yeah, we like that warm feel, and if you've got bold colours here and different bold colours somewhere else, then you lose that warm feel.
Well, it's certainly homely in the main living spaces, but it's a completely different story in the bedrooms. A jet black feature wall in the master is anything but warm, and the two small bedrooms are suffering from a bit of an identity crisis.
The one with the single bed in right now, that's been a workout room. It's been
It's
been all
pretty
sorts,
much so. Yeah. I use the smaller room as a bit of an office and a general sort of washing room, really.
Not the best way to present a room. Upstairs there's a loft conversion, but it's also in a bit of a state.
It's not the tallest of spaces.
We're definitely not showcasing it, probably as we should.
This home of two halves offers great living space, but the bedrooms really let it down. The loft and spare rooms need to be given a purpose, and the black wall in the master bedroom has to go. It's the most expensive of my properties, on the market for £335,000. So it's Yvonne and Jerry's tired bungalow, Julie's cluttered townhouse, and Andrew and Jeanna's home of two halves, all battling it out to win an offer from my buyers, the Smith family. But first, to help my three sellers realise they can all improve their properties, they get a chance to have a nosy around their rivals' houses. First to go under scrutiny is Andrew and Jeanna's home of two halves.
This bungalow has had a large extension, making the living areas feel big and airy, but the bedrooms are such a disappointment. They're dark and they're cramped. By brightening them up and giving them a bit of a rejig, they'll go a long way to getting that buyer that they want.
First to snoop are Yvonne and Jerry.
Well, I don't really like it, to be honest, but, we'll have to look inside. But the outside, to me, is not that appealing.
It's quite tidy at the front.
Yeah?
Let's get in and have a look round.
Yeah, great.
Let's. Inside, off the hallway, is the master bedroom.
It's very black.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's black. Gives vibes of boudoir, doesn't it?
I'm surprised there aren't mirrors on the ceiling,
It looks awful.
I expect some chains hanging off the wall.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
At the end of the entrance hall is the kitchen, where Yvonne and Jerry should take note.
It is really nice. I love the cabinets.
I think this is much better than our kitchen. I really do.
Bingo. On from the kitchen is the well-presented large lounge and diner.
I think it makes mine, just a little bit basic and boring because I haven't touched it since I've been there.
Yeah, time to pull your finger out, Julie. At the back of the house, there's a box bedroom used as an office and a guest bedroom.
You can tell it's not really used.
It doesn't look like a child's bedroom, and it doesn't look like they
Like a
expect
guest room,
to have guests.
Upstairs is the loft conversion, which is only accessed via an external staircase at the side of the property.
Can't see it being used for anything other than storage.
Will be a lovely yoga space, actually. And then from here, go up. Oh. Yes!
It's on the market for £335,000.
Maybe they get that if they do all the work.
I think you'd have to spend quite a bit of money on it, wouldn't you?
The rival sellers agreed this house was overpriced, but Yvonne and Jerry saw the appeal of a modern kitchen, while Julie and Alex realised their living room needs some TLC. And it's their neglected townhouse up next for a snoop.
This spacious townhouse should, by rights, have broad buyer appeal, but some rooms feel like a dumping ground and others, like this, are a clash of colour and style. It needs to be toned down but spruced up if Julie stands any chance of moving on.
First to arrive are Yvonne and Jerry.
Yes, I think I could live here, but it needs a paint job from the outside, I think.
Outside tick. Inside, what will the rivals make of the ground floor reception room?
It doesn't really feel like it's used for anything purposeful, does it?
No.
There's no soul, there's no statement. Seems a bit lost.
Up on the first floor living room, things don't improve.
It feels heavy, it feels dark, and it feels cluttered.
I think the rug isn't a great colour.
No. We'll probably roll it up and put it in the skid.
Lots of little ornaments and bits,
I mean, you've
isn't
seen
there?
all those.
Next door, the clean and clear kitchen has got Yvonne and Jerry thinking.
This is really good. Everything's away. There's a lot of pots in our kitchen that are not actually functional.
Jeanna and Andrew are up on the top floor in the box bedroom.
Just feels
Yeah,
as soon as
it's-
you walk in the door, the whole room's on you.
This is a kind of room where they just stuck everything.
The house is on the market for $329,950.
Things need to be done in order to maybe get that price.
That's a bit pricey. Do you think it's a bit?
I think it's a bit pricey.
So, pricey is the verdict, but the modern kitchen has given Yvonne and Jerry food for thought. Last up, it's Yvonne and Jerry's tired dormer bungalow with the tatty kitchen and dated master bedroom.
This is a gloriously quirky bungalow which is light and bright, and the shabby chic theme could work, but the trouble is everywhere is so full of knickknacks that the buyers can't even see the rooms.
First to snoop are Julie and Alex.
It's a little bit dated, perhaps.
Definitely needs tidying up. You get rid of that bush.
Not a great start, and things are unlikely to improve in the kitchen diner.
Looks a little bit dilapidated. If it was me, I'd want to rip out all that.
It looks really tired.
Very sort of old-fashioned-y, really.
In the ground floor bedroom, the warm vintage look appeals.
I like the warmer colour.
The black in our bedroom is too much.
With my spare room, it's just never been used. So perhaps we could think about doing a bit more to it.
But while the guest bedroom is a hit, the master, not so much.
It's a bit shabby. It's not inviting, is it? I wouldn't want to sleep in this room.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm a fan of that blue colour. It sort of reminds me of like a 60s beach hut grannies go and get changed in.
It's on the market for £285,000.
That's really steep. From how much work we'd have to do.
That seems expensive to me.
Yeah.
Because it is sedated, that's probably a fair price, actually.
So no consensus on the asking price, but the rivals did all see the benefit of a light and bright bedroom. Today I'm in the picturesque county of Somerset, helping my 3 sellers update their properties in the hope they'll get an offer from my buyers, Shelly and Julian, who are relocating from North London and are on the hunt for a new family home.
My ideal property is all about layout, good living space to entertain, have friends round, and if it's got those 3-4 bedrooms so that we can have people to come and stay.
After snooping around each other's houses, my 3 rivals have all picked up some tips to help them clinch a sale.
It's given me the courage to try a bit of colour and maybe even a bit of wallpaper.
Yeah.
I like the bright colours in the bedroom. You can kind of see where we might be going wrong.
I think our main bedroom needs a bit of work doing. Maybe get a decent bed and wardrobe.
Hey, I'm all for wardrobe.
Now it's time to give them some style advice, £1,000 and 7 days to turn their properties around. Starting at Yvonne and Jerry's dated dormer bungalow.
The other sellers, when they came into this room, they said that they felt that it was very cluttered. They couldn't see the wood for the trees. For example, that shelf that you've got over there with 16, 17 pieces of glassware.
I've already removed a few bits and pieces.
Lord, woman.
Or even more.
Has this kitchen seen better days?
It was here when we came here.
So that
We've been
was
here 17 years.
Right, okay. What I am advocating is changing it quite dramatically. This whole lot, take it down.
Yeah.
How's your tiling skills?
Oh, it takes me a long time. I don't think I've got enough time.
Do you like?
I love the colours.
Do these tiles the whole way up, because what it will do is when...
The whole way?
Yeah, trust me. These colours are very similar to lots of the bits of the
Yeah,
china that you've
the
got
colours
around.
are nice.
I would go for a very soft blush all around the rest of the walls, just to tie it all in.
Got a lot of work to do.
But it will look beautiful.
I will try.
You will try. You won't try. You will do.
Oh, I can do.
Come on, let's go. Upstairs.
Kitchen sorted, it's time to tackle the first floor master bedroom.
The other sellers, the feedback from them, they said it felt cold, it felt quite cramped, they didn't want to spend time in here.
Sometimes I think it's really about we've been here such a long time, so you sometimes just don't see it anymore.
No. This is the area that I think we could really make an impression.
Okay.
A lot of the time when you're stuck for inspiration or you want to sort of revamp a room and you don't quite know how to go about it, find a piece that you love and work within that colour palette. Can you see how it works?
Yep. But in all the walls?
All the walls.
What about the ceiling?
See
ceiling is fine.
Yeah. Shh.
Okay, and I've got two women telling me to shut up.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
You don't need to do the ceiling, it's fine. What you do need to do is the doors.
Yeah.
That's going to be tricky, the doors.
You can take them off and spray them. Why have you not got a wardrobe?
We just bought that because you said that's what you wanted.
Get a wardrobe and get it painted up. Another idea, get a huge mirror, big old mirror with a flat base, and then lots and lots of little vintage antique buttons all around it. That would look really lovely. And I genuinely think by doing these two rooms and showcasing them, it will give people an idea and an impression of what the rest of the house could be.
We definitely give it 100%.
Yvonne is making that classic mistake of thinking that buyers can see past all of her personal possessions because she can when she goes to other people's houses. Jerry's just resigned himself to a life of being surrounded by knickknacks, but knickknacks do not sell houses and they don't create a good impression. They've got to be ruthless. They have to really thin out this house, and they've got an awful lot of work to do in the next 7 days. But they'll be fine, won't they?
When Amanda was talking about my collection of vintage bits, I will, with a heavy heart, declutter.
Good on you, Yvonne. And with Jerry at work, it's son Justin who's roped in to help.
Oh, look.
Yeah.
Okay, who's that?
That's Jerry.
It's Jerry. I better not declutter Jerry.
No, indeed, especially as he might know how to use a screwdriver.
Clockwise or anti-clockwise?
But now, having got the hang of it, Yvonne is soon giving out advice.
So anti-clockwise.
Yeah, I am doing it anti-clockwise.
Are you?
But Justin's not doing it fast enough, as Yvonne wants the kitchen cupboards off by any means necessary. Steady on, Yvonne. Don't try this at home, folks. Oops, told you. Next up, it's Jeanna and Andrew's home of two halves, which has fantastic living space but is being let down by its poorly presented bedrooms.
One of the other sellers that came in here said that it looked like a boudoir.
Yeah.
Somebody else was expecting kind of handcuffs and things.
Really?
I don't want to know. Where are they? Oh, there they are. So we'll get rid of the tarts boudoir. Okay. And we'll bring in a much more gentle sort of boutique hotel scheme. Save you having to paint over this, wallpaper over it. You can get wall coverings now that look like button-backed upholstery scheme.
That sounds good.
And then for the rest of the room, I would suggest a sort of heather palette, those sort of soft mauves, the gentle sage greens.
Yeah.
And it will make this whole room have a touch of elegance. The blue bedroom, I would paint it out a nice sort of off-white colour. See if you can put a small double bed in there and then accessorise with bed linen. Let's go next door and I'll tell you what to do with the dumping ground.
Oh, God.
You had a viewing here, didn't you, today?
I did.
Yes.
And you showed this room like this.
Yeah.
Yes. All bad people, aren't we? Oh, we're so bad.
You have to keep it in tip-top condition all the time.
Yeah.
For a start, it's not a bedroom because there's no bed in it. Get a day bed along there, which will double up as a guest bed. Let's keep it as a multi-functioning space.
Yeah,
Right.
okay, that's good.
Who works from home or do
I
you
work
do?
from home.
You work from home.
Yeah.
But let's give you a nice office then.
Thank you.
So you're not surrounded by your wife's pants,
you.
which I know you hid when I wasn't looking. We'll have this as your office space, like a nice feature wallpaper behind there, 2 big shelves and a desk and a nice chair. Are we terribly fond of this colour?
No, I'm
no,
kind
not
of over
particularly.
it.
I think we should lighten it up.
Yeah.
Like a nice off-white would work really well in here.
Okay.
One of the other issues with the house is the loft room upstairs. You can't really use it for anything other than a kind of den, like a kid's hangout.
Okay.
Just a few bean bags, maybe a futon, something like that.
Get
Just
rid of all the suitcases and...
yeah, add some bright colours.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Doable?
Definitely doable.
It's quite interesting, isn't it? When you live in a house for a long period of time, you can't see the areas that perhaps need attention. And I know that they've been really frustrated that they haven't had enough feedback from their estate agent. I think it's safe to say that I've given them lots of feedback now, and I just hope in the next 7 days that they act on it.
I think Amanda's had some really good suggestions.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the end result. We will end up working together.
Yeah.
You will shop and I will do.
Yes.
And Andrew puts his back straight into it, clearing out the furniture from the master bedroom.
Sometimes it's easier to do it by yourself.
It's then Gina's turn as she drags Andrew out to a charity shop on the hunt for some tables to upcycle for the blue bedroom. But Andrew soon has other ideas.
So if we actually used our loft as a games room, that would be ideal up there, wouldn't it?
It's not happening.
Oh, go on.
No.
That'd work a treat.
No, come on.
Oh.
Well done, Gina. And she soon spots some more appropriate furniture.
What do you think of those?
Yeah, that would work, wouldn't it? You could put one either side of the bed and rub them back and give them a coat of paint.
Yeah, definitely.
£20.
Thank you very much.
Nice buy, guys. Last up, it's Julie's neglected townhouse with the junk bedroom and wasted reception rooms.
What is this room? What do you use it for?
I dump stuff in here.
It's the dumping ground. I think that what would work very well is that you have it as a kind of family fun den. Dark walls can work very well, particularly because this is quite a bright space, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm thinking on this back wall here, you paint it a very dark grey, like a charcoal grey, and then keep the rest of the walls fairly neutral. Take all the furniture out.
I was thinking about dismantling this and putting it in the loft, but I couldn't find the Allen key.
There's never an Allen key.
So I could, that would come apart and
Great.
you could store that.
So a little bird tells me that you like graffiti art.
Yeah, I've done a bit.
Great, because I'm going to ask you to do some in here if that's all right.
Yeah, okay.
This is an example of the sort of thing that you can do. Now, you can pick up these canvases for about £7 or £8. So I reckon you could probably get 3 across that wall. And all of a sudden, you've got a real pop of colour, and that's this room done.
Yeah.
So actually, it's not that much work.
Yeah.
It's more to do with the clearing out.
And once they've cleared out down here, there's more upstairs.
It's a great sized room.
Oh, it is, yeah.
But everything in it is dark, so it sort of sucks the light out of the room. So you want to get a feature wall on that wall in a modern geometric pattern. And then you take one of the colours from the wallpaper and you bring it all the way around. One of the other sellers said they put that rug in the skip.
Oh.
Which brings me on to the dogs. I bet this rug is their favourite thing to lie on, isn't it?
They do. They have their afternoon sort of ritual.
You can really smell the dogs. So get rid of your dogs. I'm joking, but what we've got to do is minimise the smell. Are you responsible for this boxer dog collection over here? Is it like, oh, quick, it's Mum's birthday, give her a boxer dog?
Yeah, every birthday, yeah. So, yeah.
Cherry pick a few things, absolutely, but just don't have it all out on display. Daunted, scared, terrified, hate me?
Yeah.
At the top of the house is a forgotten box bedroom.
I bet this is quite a big room if it doesn't have all this enormous furniture in it.
Yeah, surprising how big the room is.
Yeah. So I would take all of this furniture out and I would put a small double underneath that window. I really like this sort of bed linen. I think it's rather lovely, and I think this is the sort of style that you want to go for in here, the sort of soft spring colours.
Yeah.
So you've saved lives for 22, 23 years, haven't you? Do you reckon you can save this house in 7 days?
I think I might have to rope in some of my ex-colleagues with a bit of furniture removal.
Yes, I think you will. Now, if you'd put your house on the market and you'd had one viewing in 2 months, you'd be rather disappointed, wouldn't you? Which I think Julie is, but the house feels quite neglected. It's a very confused space, and I think she's just resting on her laurels and thinking someone's going to come along and buy it in the condition that it's in. They're not.
Amanda mentioned decluttering quite a lot, and I've got a lovely collection of little boxer dogs, so I'm going to have to put them into storage, I think.
Leave one out in protest.
Yeah.
Fine by me, as long as most of the porcelain pooches are packed away.
Like hide one behind a plant pot or in the middle of the spider plant.
Upstairs, some of Julie's old work pals are drafted in to give the bulky box bedroom furniture a fireman's lift.
I say it's not a couple of firemen, I think it's the Chuckle Brothers.
To me.
To you, to me, to you. Hey!
No emergencies here, they've got it all under control. I'm in Somerset, where my 3 sellers, with their budget of £1,000, are busy doing up their homes, in the hope they'll land an offer from my buyers, the Smith family.
One of the key rooms we are looking for is a playroom / den for Barney, so that he can have a bit of space away from me and Mummy.
Over at Yvonne and Jerry's dated dormer bungalow, it's all about modernising the tired decor in the master bedroom and bringing a country cottage feel to the worn-out kitchen. Which is exactly what Jerry is attempting to do using the pastel-coloured tiles I suggested.
Just winging it. If that falls off and breaks, I will cry.
With the adhesive holding for the time being, it's time to show the boss.
Oh, wow! That makes such a difference. Actually, that towel is a little bit wonky, but, you know.
Seriously.
Oh, lovely.
Next task for Jerry is the blush pink paint job.
Jerry, it's up with the arm and down with the arm.
It's a lot easier with a pole.
No, Jerry, really. It's just a matter of using your arm correctly, darling.
At Andrew and Jeanna's home of two halves, it's all about giving the bedrooms purpose and getting them up to the standard of the rest of the bungalow. In the master bedroom, the white walls are now a soft pastel pink, and Andrew is banishing the jet black with the button-back wallpaper I suggested.
It's definitely different. It certainly gives a plain room quite an interesting effect.
Certainly beats the black.
I think it looks absolutely amazing.
Next door, Jeanna is prepping the guest bedroom for the paint job, but it might be a while before any paint actually makes it onto the wall.
Oh, I get it now. You put, the paint's there and then you do that to get the access off. No, I get it, yeah. Or it could be that way.
She could be here sometime.
Oopsie daisy. This is not like normal paint pots, is it?
Yeah, it's pretty standard. With the paint tray loaded, Jeanna rollers up for the first time.
I'm confused. My roller's not rolling. Let's put it this way, I don't think anybody would hire me.
Agreed. Over at Julie's neglected townhouse, it's all about clearing the clutter and smartening up the living space.
Run away, come on.
In the first floor living room, the furniture's been cleared, the dog rug dumped, and the geometric wallpaper is going up.
First bit of wallpaper to ever touch the wall. Hope it stays up, but I'm not planning on a career change just yet.
I'm very proud. Well done, Alex.
While Alex finishes the feature wall, Julie turns her attention to brightening up some of the old dark furniture with the help of friend Lorna.
What I find really helps is if I actually wet the brush. And the good thing with this paint as well is it will just go straight over the top of varnish. I think Amanda is going to be quite impressed with this.
Not bad at all, ladies.
That's lovely. Just think what it looked like a few hours ago.
At Yvonne and Jerry's, the once dated kitchen is already looking much fresher, and Yvonne has moved on to bringing some style to the dated bedroom.
First paint coming on, let's have a look. Does cover it pretty well, actually.
And it seems Jerry's feeling quite brave today.
You have to get right in the corners, you know.
Yeah, don't start with our work, Jerry. Downstairs!
With Jerry banished, the bold blue is softened, and Yvonne heads outside to spruce up some old Louvre doors with a white spray paint.
Let's go, let's do this.
But Yvonne may have been a little too eager.
Oh, sugar! This is the wrong way. You're joking. No, look, it's that way.
Oops. At Andrew and Jeanna's, the blue bedroom has been refreshed with a new light colour scheme and feature wallpaper. And in the office, the heavy terracotta colour has been replaced with an off-white and khaki green feature wall.
I like it way better than it was.
I think we can all agree on that. With the decorating done, Andrew is building a compact study area to make this a multifunctional space.
Wow, impressed myself.
Outside, Jeanna has come up with a thrifty idea to reuse her bedroom wall lights.
I'm gonna spray paint the uplighter in a gold.
Oh, I like that.
I think they look good. I'm pleased.
Over at Julie's house, the living room has been smartened up with a light colour scheme and geometric wallpaper. And the old carpet is being replaced with a new vinyl floor.
Yeah, this should get rid of the dog smell, definitely.
Oh my God, what a difference. I think it's absolutely fantastic.
Downstairs, the ground floor garden room has been redecorated in a dark grey.
It's actually starting to look like a purposeful room rather than just a room you walk through to get into the garden.
That's the idea. Outside, Alex is working on some graffiti art, but watch out, he's freestyling.
I haven't got a design in mind, so I'm literally just designing as I go. How about a snakes and ladders theme? Let's try that, shall we?
Time to see what Julie thinks of Alex's Banksy-esque creation.
I'd go over that, make that S a bit brighter, put a bit more on that.
It's a snake.
Yeah, I mean, it's not an S.
Yeah, maybe stick to the day job, Alex. Over at Yvonne and Jerry's bungalow, builder Gary is replacing the old dated kitchen units with modern new ones. And Yvonne is working on a quirky feature piece for the bedroom.
One of Amanda's suggestions was to have a nice mirror and maybe putting some buttons around it. So that's what I'm doing now.
The mirror is hung and the finishing touches are placed in.
The kitchen now has the wow factor. The beautiful tiles, the beautiful colours.
The kitchen was tired and tatty. Now it's been refreshed with new units, bold metro tiles and a country cottage colour scheme, which follows through to the dining room where Yvonne has pared down her knickknacks. Total cost £905.
Wow. Wow. Do you like it?
Yeah, I really like it.
It has really opened it up. I love the colours. I love the paint.
From an estate agent's point of view, that shot now is going to make a huge difference.
Yes, they need to come back and take some more pictures.
Absolutely.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
It's very eye-catching, it's very striking, and it's worked really, really well. It feels so much fresher.
Upstairs, the master bedroom has gone from dated and mismatched to stylish and inviting, with a bright pastel decor and vintage accessories, at a cost of £208.
My goodness, this is different.
I do love this kind of off-white, I quite like, and it has opened it up a little bit more.
It has. And now it's all streamlined, and people walking in can see the space. By doing two of the key areas, the master bedroom and the kitchen, you're increasing your saleability. You've done a cracking job. In 7 days, what you've achieved is nothing short of a miracle.
At Andrew and Jeanna's bungalow, the bedrooms are starting to come up to the standard of the rest of the house. The loft space has been cleared out and repurposed as a playful den. And downstairs, Jeanna and Andrew have a clever plan to dress the guest bedroom.
I think this box idea for a bed is going to work a treat.
They build the base out of cardboard boxes, which is then dressed with fresh bedding.
It looks like a bed, doesn't it, love?
It does look like a bed. It does.
In the master bedroom, they've painted the wardrobe, and as it comes back in, the final touches are added.
Best bit of this week has been finishing this room.
This is your favourite room,
This
isn't
is
it?
by far my favourite room. I love it.
A week ago, this room was dominated by an imposing black feature wall. Now it's got a boutique hotel feel, with the button-back wallpaper setting off the blush pink walls, at a total cost of £322.
Oh, it's so much nicer.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I love it. That's worked perfectly.
It has, yeah.
Those are the original uplighters, aren't they?
Yes,
Just
they
put
are.
bronze on them. What a difference.
Yeah.
You know, this is what buyers are looking for, this sort of bedroom, not the black and the red. Really works. Well done. Can we go look next door?
Yeah, definitely.
Have you put your knickers away?
This time.
Excellent, excellent.
What was a cluttered office is now a cool, multi-purpose space with a compact study area and single bed. Total cost £330.
Oh, I like that colour. Oh, it's lovely.
I think with the creams and the whites and I think it works really well.
Now it's a guest bedroom with an office,
Yeah.
which
Dual-
works
dual
incredibly
purpose,
well.
definitely, yeah.
The blue guest room is now presented and dressed as a double bedroom, and it's been softened with a neutral colour scheme and pastel feature wall, at a cost of £302.
The other bedroom, clever idea with the boxes, because it looks like a bed. I was about to sit on it until I realised. It's thought out now. You know, now you walk in there and you're like, oh, what a lovely bedroom, what a charming bedroom.
This disused dumping ground of a loft is now a funky hangout, transformed by a simple clear-out and a few soft furnishings.
The den. Yeah. Again, really good idea. Just nice and simple, but it's dressed properly and it feels like a space that can be used now.
Well, I think you said last week, give the rooms a purpose.
Yeah. And it does make a huge difference.
Massive difference.
Now everything works and it all flows and it feels lovely.
At Julie's townhouse, the box bedroom at the top of the house has been painted a dark green.
Can I open them yet?
Yeah, open them.
Oh, gosh. That actually looks really nice, doesn't it?
Julie's bought a double bed, and once it's built, it soon has an unwanted occupant.
No, 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 no.
And there's just time for a few finishing touches.
Oh, it's been a great experience, and I've learned that if you put your mind to doing something, you can do it. Look what I've done.
The ground floor reception room was an abandoned dumping ground. Now it's been cleared and restyled as a playful den with bold accessories and Alex's graffiti art. Total cost £297.
Oh, wow, what a change! It's a real teenage den now, isn't it? This colour's worked a treat, hasn't it? I don't want to
love
touch
this
it.
colour.
Are you pleased with it?
I'm really pleased. I think it's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks really nice.
Yeah.
Such a difference.
You've done it really well. Yeah, love the artwork. Well done, you.
Thank you.
Top effort. Let's go upstairs.
What was a bland, cluttered living room is now light and spacious, with an elegant colour scheme, striking geometric wallpaper and a new vinyl floor. It cost £545.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Lovely.
I think this is the icing on the cake, really, isn't it?
It's is. Can't smell dog.
No, it smells really clean.
Are you pleased with your efforts?
Yeah.
Yeah, very. So that was my first go at wallpapering ever.
Well, it's up. It's straight.
Yeah.
A week ago, the box room was unloved and unused. It is now a purposeful double guest bedroom at a cost of £192.
The bedroom has been completely transformed. Love the colour that you've chosen. It's worked really, really well.
Oh, it looks lovely,
Yeah.
Yeah, really nice, sort of relaxing.
Yeah, nice and bright, isn't it?
Room.
I think you've done a great job.
Yeah.
I really do. You've worked ever so hard. Gold medals all round.
In Somerset, my 3 rival sellers have spent a week making changes to their homes in the hope of winning an offer from my buyers, Julian and Shelly. Yvonne and Jerry have updated their kitchen and master bedroom.
I mean, the kitchen is a wow kitchen now. So I'm hoping for a sale because we've seen a nice house and I would like to move on, really.
Jeanna and Andrew have brought the bedrooms in their home up to the same standard as their living spaces.
It's been hard going, hasn't it? But we've done it.
It's been hard going.
3 days ago, we probably didn't think we were going to finish it.
And Julie and Alex have given purpose to their neglected garden room and box bedroom and style to their main reception room.
Even though you've only done 3 rooms, it seems to have transformed the whole house. So yeah, I think we're definitely more sellable now.
All 3 houses are ready, and it's time to show them to Julian and Shelly and son Barney. First up, it's Julie and Alex's no longer neglected 3-storey townhouse.
What do you think of the development?
It's very quiet.
Yeah, it's nice and tucked away. It's not. I've never looked at a townhouse.
Should we get inside
Definitely,
and look at this townhouse?
Yeah, cool.
Come on through.
So, a first for Julie, but it's Barney who I think is going to most appreciate the cosy downstairs living space.
Oh, I like this.
There you go, Barney. We're on.
Most dens I'm expecting, they're not going to be massive, but this is quite a good size, actually.
Really good space for him as a kind of hangout.
Yeah.
I need to see more.
Well, let me show you the rest of the
Okay,
house, because you're right, you need to see a bit more.
So, a big tick for Barney. Time to show Julie and Alex where they'd be hanging out in the newly revamped upstairs living room.
So you've got your living room here, dining room, kitchen, toilet.
Okay, it's good size.
Good size.
Family-wise, it would work.
Yeah.
It ticks a lot of boxes.
I'm intrigued. Yes, the stairs will do me good.
So let's have a look at the bedrooms, because it's good to get a whole perspective on the
Definitely.
property, isn't it? So let me show you a bedroom.
Upstairs, there are 3 bedrooms, including the now clearly defined guest bedroom.
Nice colour.
Yeah.
I like the colour. No, it's good as a guest room.
Yeah.
It works. You can fit a double bed in it, so
Yeah.
it would work for guests.
So you've seen the whole layout now. What's going through your minds at the moment?
It's very good space, and it's the sort of space that would grow and change as someone gets older.
Okay, so it's a good start.
Yeah.
What do you think this is on the market for?
It has to be top of our budget. It must be 335. I just think the amount of living space.
329,950.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So it is top,
yeah, yeah.
but
That's good price.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at the moment, there's nothing to compare it to.
No.
True.
So
no.
shall we go and compare it to something?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Back
Yeah.
down all those stairs.
So encouraging murmurs, but I think they're reserving judgment until they've seen more. Next up, it's Yvonne and Jerry's updated bungalow.
From a townhouse to an extended bungalow. Look at your face. Go on.
No, not sorry.
That's all right. What's not doing it for you?
It does look as if it is a bungalow and they've just popped a couple of boxes on top.
All right, well, let's get inside. You never know. You might fall in love with the interior. Okay, come have a look.
Yeah, not the best first impression, but I'm not giving up on this house just yet. Inside, there are 2 bedrooms downstairs, and through the lounge is the freshened up kitchen diner.
Nicer inside. Got a nice feel about it. It's more my kind of style when there's a lot of sort of vintagey pieces around. It's got a nice vibe inside.
Right.
Yeah, the outside lets it down.
Layout for you, Julian. Works, doesn't work?
So far it's working fine, I think. Bit of garden, which is nice.
Yeah.
A bit more than the last place.
All right, let's look upstairs.
Okay.
Let me show you the bedrooms.
Upstairs, there's a guest bedroom and the newly revamped master bedroom.
It feels a bit like it did from the outside that they've put a box on top of a house. It feels like you're in a box.
claustrophobic.
Yeah, it does.
No,
Really
it's
not
fine.
I'm not feeling it.
But no's fine. It doesn't matter because
No.
I think this is the thing, isn't it? When you're starting a search for a property, you've got to look at a lot and you've got to do the whole no, I don't like it
Yeah.
until you find the one that you do like.
Yeah.
Would you like to guess the price?
About 285.
On the button. Come on then. Yes, on the button.
right,
285.
okay.
Does that help?
Well,
Or
it
not?
would mean that we'd have money to play with.
Yeah.
Despite the price, I'm sensing this house still isn't hitting the spot. Time to give them another option. Jeanna and Andrew's bungalow, where the bedrooms are now in line with the rest of the house.
So, very different concept, yet again, single-storey living, otherwise known as a bungalow.
It is one we looked at online.
Oh, okay, so you're aware of this one then.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
We did like the look of it.
Let's get inside then.
Okay.
Come on.
Inside, off the entrance hall, there is a modern open-plan lounge and diner and 3 double bedrooms, including the master with the black wall banished.
Colour scheme, decor-wise, size-wise.
Size-wise, okay. Like the wallpaper.
That's really funky.
Really
Nice,
good,
isn't
actually.
it? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
really-
I do really like that.
Because it was black and red before.
Yeah, it had a black wall at the back, which was a bit,
Yeah.
definitely an improvement.
Right, let me show you the other bedroom.
Okay.
Okay.
The loft conversion accessed from the outside would make a great den for Barney. And the 3rd bedroom gives them the space for all the friends they'll have visiting from London.
So this is the smallest of the 3 rooms. This is currently being used as a guest bedroom stroke office.
Okay.
What about the style and the colours in here? I know you are a fan of greens.
Love that colour.
Yeah.
Really lovely colour.
So you know the price, because you've obviously seen this online.
Yeah.
335.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
I feel a bit disappointed. I think because I was really excited about seeing this one,
Right.
because this is the one we'd looked at. I think the bedrooms are smaller than I anticipated.
But there are options. You could lose one of these and create one big master bedroom. But
I think it's because it's top end,
yeah.
and the sort of stuff you're talking about would be not something we could do straight off.
No.
Size.
Well, let's
I
wander
need
back
to-
through, have a good mooch around, and we'll go find somewhere to sit down and go through all the options.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Okay. Today has been the first day of actually looking at real life houses.
Real life
Yeah.
properties.
How's it been?
Good to actually finally be out there looking at them. The 3 houses we've looked at today, and nothing like we're in now.
Yes.
Nothing that I thought I would look at.
We'll start with the townhouse. Now, Barney, that had lots of space for you to be away from your
Yes,
parents, so big tick
Perfect,
there.
yep.
What did you think of it?
I think for me, the outlook didn't work, but the actual house itself I thought was great. It had great space.
You talk about curb appeal.
Didn't.
There wasn't a curb.
So then we looked at the shabby chic vintage single-storey property, which did not grab any of you from the outside.
I liked the homeowners style. That's very similar to my sort of own style with the kind of vintage look. But it felt the upstairs, the 2 rooms upstairs felt really claustrophobic.
Yeah.
They were really quite small and sort of boxy. And
So that brings us on to the bungalow, single-storey, with the den.
I really liked it. For me, I think it's perfect.
What about you guys?
I really liked the look of it online. So I think I was quite excited about seeing it, and I feel a little bit disappointed.
Okay.
The living area is fantastic. I love that whole way that it flows around the middle of the house. So it's whether I can get my head round
The size of the
Yeah.
bedrooms. So out of the 3 that I showed you, did you have a favourite? Barney, don't even need to ask you,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna.
Yeah, the one with the den.
One with the
Easily.
den. Mum.
Yeah, the bungalow is the favourite out of the 3.
Okay.
It is.
Yeah, same again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you going to do now then? Because I know you're down here for a few days, aren't you?
Yeah.
Will you go back and have another look? Will you continue to look for other properties?
I think we'll
Probably
continue
both.
to look.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that will give us a clearer indication of where we're at and other alternatives. But you've messed with our heads. And,
My work here is done.
So no offers on the table today, but I think Julian and Shelly have now got a better idea of what they're after. And while Andy and Jeanna didn't get a buyer, their house did come out on top.
Really?
Brilliant.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, that's good. Thank you very much.
I don't know why I'm surprised, but
Oh, I don't know why I'm surprised.
The rival sellers may have been beaten today, but their hard work won't go to waste. All the transformations will certainly help their properties to sell.
I'm sure there will be a buyer. Maybe not now, maybe in a couple of months' time or a couple of weeks, so I'm not disappointed, really. This just means we can stay here a little bit longer.
I'd like to think that now we've made all these improvements, as I would like to call them, that, you know, perhaps another buyer or a buyer isn't too far away.